Stay in touch with us on Facebook and Instagram at Younique Yet Connected. You are now listening to episode 72 of Younique Yet Connected podcast. The theme for this episode is Tell Me That You Love Me the Way I'll Understand You.
There are 5 primary love languages: receiving gifts, quality time, physical touch, words of affirmations, and act of service. The way you understand your primary love language differs from person to person.
Hello, brilliant souls in and around the world. Nolitha Fenton is my name and Dolokas is my clan name, and this is episode 72. A warm welcome to Younique Yet Connected podcast YYC. As always, Kinga and Nika on the other side of the virtual. Over to you, Kings.
Thank you, Noli. Hello, Nick. Dear listeners and co-editors, I am Kinga Silaji.
Thank you for joining our movement of translating this wisdom of systemic family constellations into a practical language that all of us can easily understand and, most importantly, implement in our daily lives. We had interesting things that came up in the previous episode, Kings. One of them was that the love language has a dialect, and I've been thinking about what does that mean exactly. May you please open that up for us?
Yes, there are 5 primary love languages: receiving gifts, quality time, physical touch, word of affirmation, and act of service. The way you understand your primary love language differs from person to person. My main language is quality time. This is the language I understand the best. For me, quality time means spending time together with my partner. That assures me that I am loved and in a real relationship. But it is possible for someone else who is also in a relationship and his main language is quality time to feel appreciated when he is allowed to have his own quality time spent with doing things that give him pleasure. This person's second language could be act of service, and he might feel that his efforts and what he is doing for the relationship are appreciated by his partner in letting him recharge on his own way. It feels like that the dialect is very much influenced by the order of your love languages.
As you were talking, Kings, I just realized that our love languages can be expressed in different aspects of our lives. For instance, your love language, quality time, was the driving force behind us choosing the episode length for our podcast. You were very considerate towards our listeners' time. And back to the dialect. So what I'm hearing is that dialect is what the love languages mean to a person. And even with the same love language, the meaning can differ from person to person. Is that right, Kings?
Yes, it can. What we consider as love can be spoken in the same love language, but personalized by the dialect you speak it in.
In opening up the dialect, you also said that it feels like that the dialect is very much influenced by the order of your love languages. What do you mean by the order of your love languages?
The descending order of their importance for you, how you want to feel loved by your partner.
Knowing your love languages and having clarity on the order, the first 2 steps. The third step is the dialect, and how does one get to know their dialect? Can you share practical steps to get there with yourself and your partner or husband or wife?
You can check it by following the same principles that you used when finding your love language. What is the thing you are always asking for from your partner? What is the thing you wish most to be given to you? What activities make you feel that you are loved? I think understanding your partner's dialect means to ask him to point out to you all your actions that make him feel loved. I did say previously that repairing your relationship with the help of the love languages only works if both partners are working with it. But it turned out that Chapman had a different experience. It can work even when only one person does it. But for that to happen, you have to have a lot of willingness to move out of the victim's position. You need to be strong because you will inevitably get hurt, and get hurt numerous times. What Chapman asked from his client is to go home and say to her extremely critical and verbally abusive husband the following: "What would you like me to do to become a better wife for you?"
I see why asking that question can be difficult if you are not willing to move out of the victim position. You are still listening to episode 72. The theme for this episode is Tell Me That You Love Me the Way I'll Understand You. Remember, when you comment, ask questions, like, and share our content and links, you help us grow and change lives together. Like us on Facebook and on Instagram.
We talked about the love tank. Your love tank is empty, and now on top of that, you are busy filling someone else's love tank. You fill the love tank of a person who makes zero effort to fill up yours. This experiment took 7 months to complete. 7 months and not 1 or 2 weeks. It took 7 months for the relationship to start to turn. In the first 3 months, nothing happened. The husband was just taking everything that she was giving, and in the meantime, giving back nothing in return.
Your Kings, that's an average of 210 days, and it can break you if you don't have resources to support you in filling up the tank, to consistently fill up the tank of a spouse who does not see you or care about you. It means that one needs to be doing the work on themselves.
Actually, this experiment has started with a question. She asked Chapman if you could love someone you hated. She herself reached a point when she didn't believe that the relationship had any chance to get better. She didn't want him to fill her love tank anymore. He became a person she didn't want to be with anymore. When she asked this question from Chapman, he remembered that she believed in Jesus' principles. He reminded her that Jesus said to love your fellow people. He also said that it is easy to love the ones who love you, but it is difficult to love the ones who hate you. Yet you must. To follow in Jesus' footsteps, you have to do the difficult thing and also love the ones who hate you. And she agreed to try.
The Chapman's method in your example proves that it is important to understand your client and be able to meet them where they are. Her belief in Jesus' principles helped her take the journey towards restoring herself and her marriage.
Obviously, she couldn't go through it without having some negative feelings towards her husband. To avoid telling it to him, she kept a little book where she wrote down all her complaints and negative thoughts. And instead of saying them to her husband, she brought them to her sessions with Chapman to talk about.
And how I see it is that Chapman was her support as the counselor, and the little book was her healing companion. This goes back to what we said earlier, that the resources in the form of support and the tools for doing work on yourself, very essential for the journey. I don't think she would have made it to 7 months on her own. Dear listener, none of us can transform ourselves and relationships in isolation. If you need to connect yourself to a community or a coach, by all means do that. Kinga is also a coach. To find out more about what else she does and how she does it, check out her website, www.innerluminescence.com. The link will be on the episode details.
Thank you. We always say that for us to achieve great things, we need someone who believes in us. You need someone who believes in you. It is not enough when you believe in yourself. You also need someone's support because that keeps the fire of enthusiasm burning. When it comes to marriage or couple counseling, you need someone who believes in your relationship even when it looks like it is a shipwreck. You need someone from outside who believes in your relationship even when you can't anymore.
That was so powerful, Kings. When a relationship looks like a shipwreck is the worst place, and having someone from outside who believes in it can make a difference in you. Let's get back to the dialect. Words of affirmation is my love language. And for a while, I thought that I only needed to hear loving words. But I realized that I was also sensitive to how my husband communicates with me. Conversations are my dialect. Another form of intimacy for me is the heart-to-heart conversation. If he is not showing up in a conversation, there's no connection. Even if he says, I love you 100 times that day, I would still feel like, something is missing. Then the I love yous are empty without a conversation. Am I right in saying that conversation is my dialect? I don't know. What do you think, Kings?
Yes, I believe so. All of us speak all the 5 love languages. But the importance gets less and less further down they are on your list. Yet the order will shade your primary love language. The quality time that fulfills you can be cooking, building a house, renovating, or walking together with your partner. Someone complained to me about her husband, even though she can see that he is eager to be home with the family, but he is not looking for time spent just with her. When they go for dinner or away on holiday, he always wants other people to join them. This makes her feel unloved. What she hears or understands is that he is telling her that he doesn't want to spend time with her. He doesn't want to be alone with her. He spends as much time as he possibly can with the family, but not on the way that makes her feel loved by him.
Ouch. Oh, so we need to pay attention in our relationships. Your actions might be interpreted differently than you intend. We have raised this in the previous episode. If this is your first time listening, check out episode 69 to 71.
Our chat about the dialects made me think of the Enneagram. 3 sub-personality types in the Enneagram. Enneagram is based on allocating people into 9 main personality types and some subtypes. The 3 subtypes I'm talking about are self-preserving, sexual, or could be called one-on-one, and the social personalities. Most of us who work in the counseling therapeutic world are sexual types, not the way you think, really thrive in an intense one-on-one environment. I assume that for someone whose main love language is quality time and in Enneagram happen to be a sexual subtype, we mainly consider quality time the time that is spent alone with his partner. A social Enneagram subtype will consider time spent with friends as quality time spent together. He will never understand while his partner is complaining about not spending quality time together when they just spent a whole Sunday with friends. Even though they both speak quality time as a love language, yet still they can totally misunderstand each other.
You can hear, dear listener, that there are so many layers to this. So the closer you get to yourself, the more, you peel off and you understand yourself. So when we were kickstarting the independent stage with the love languages, it made me appreciate my love language more. It also helped me with more awareness when it comes to my husband's love language. I'm also beginning to be mindful of the dialogue that is happening inside of me. Gaining more enlightenment on the words of affirmation, love language has opened me up to the conversation that is in my silent moments and in my thoughts. I've been more interested in what I'm telling myself in silence and what is the dominant conversation inside me. Being in tune with my inner conversations has set me up on a journey of reflection. I'm exploring how I really feel about myself and how do I really think about myself at this point in my life.
Oh, this is beautiful. I love it. Dear listeners, today it is Noli who is giving you an exercise to wrap up this episode. It is beautiful. It is so true.
Thank you so much, King. And this is indeed the best place to end the episode. Please remember to share this episode to help the next person, as well as help us grow our podcast.
Thank you for your contribution in helping us to be chosen into the top 10 South Africa Family Podcast by Feedspot. Join our monthly virtual connection circle every first Tuesday evening of the month. To receive your link, subscribe on our website www.uniqueyetconnected.com or check for updates on our socials at UniqueYetConnected.
In the next episode, we will still explore the natural stages of a romantic relationship, the independent stage.
If you feel like you are experiencing limiting patterns or relationship issues and would like to have an individual session, book a family constellation session with us on our website www.uniqueyetconnected.com or on socials, Facebook or Instagram. Our handle on both platforms is @UniqueYetConnected.
A big thank you to you for listening to our episode, and to Nick Mons from That Guy Productions for making us sound fabulous and on point. Episode 73 is in 2 weeks' time from now. Tune in on the 15th of June, 2025 from 10 a.m. South African Standard Time for links and updates. Stay tuned to our Facebook and Instagram pages at Younique Yet Connected, Younique spelled YOUNIQUE. Stay unique, stay connected, and remember, you are one of a kind, and we can only create a really meaningful podcast together. Siyabulela kosonom. Bye, danki.
Thank you. Siyabulela kusunum. Bye, donkey.